What up?
Hello! What's up? What's up, G Live? It's your boys, Willow and Dwayne, coming you
What up
hot, hot, even
with
though it's
hot
rainy, because
games?
we're gonna do Play or Pass tonight. Yes.
Hey, player pass. Okay, let me just play some background music for us.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, so we'll wait for a couple more people
Yeah,
to
let's
join
just
the
chat
stream.
with the people who's already here. How are you guys? Sound off if you're safe and dry. I hope you're okay, even though it's rainy.
Yeah,
On a rainy Wednesday. And because tonight we're gonna talk about the latest, the hottest games that you guys voted on our G Live game night community. So we're gonna check out new games. And the reason
yes,
why we're doing this is because there's a lot of amazing games coming right out. A lot of games, and it's kind of hard to decipher which games are like the ones that you will like. So with the help of the community, us, we can have like our first impressions and our insights if we are
yes.
going to play or pass these
Yeah.
games.
Yan. If you're on Facebook, uh, just expect the voting poll to be there. If you're on YouTube now, our voting
Oh
poll
yeah.
it would be only available on Facebook. We haven't figured out a really good way to find to make it easier for you to vote for the games if it's play or pass. So if you're on YouTube, join us in Facebook, or you can just watch on YouTube also. That's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, please do share this video to your friends and family, to your to mere acquaintances even, because I
Yes.
mean we're just sharing the our hobby, our great hobby of board gaming. And if you can like kindly hop on over to YouTube, like and subscribe, because I feel it's easier to search for our videos there. Plus, we have
Yeah.
amazing videos from the past that is also there, so you can check them out. All the way to 2016, I believe. I was watching a couple of games
Mga
from
old school playthroughs.
yeah. We have Chief Meeple there playing Ticket to Ride. Amazing stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Just getting everything ready.
Yeah.
Please do share the stream. We'd appreciate it if you give us a share, a like, and also to subscribe dun sa YouTube channel namin. Currently, we're working on it, and I think it's doing well. Ngayon na we're streaming there also.
Yeah,
Yan. Yan.
definitely.
So tonight we're gonna be doing our play or pass. Wala pala akong nalagay na question of the stream.
Oh, well, we can come up with one right now.
Go doing.
Eh,
let's
Putting me on the
let's
spot,
chat.
pero sige.
Let's chat I'm setting up. But if you guys are wondering where we're getting the games from, we're getting our games from your votes in G Live Game Night community. So if you'd like to be a part of uh, a really nice community where we talk about everything about board games, you can join us here. We asked the whole group that we're gonna be doing a play or pass G Live this week, and if you want us to check out some games, we ask you to vote for games that you'd like. So we're gonna check
Yeah.
these games out later. Yan.
So yeah, for a question for the stream, super easy. What games are you excited about on the incoming hot games? So
Mm,
just sound off below if we missed something, or maybe after the stream, after we have established the poll, there are new games that came up. I believe there is a new expansion to Architects of the West Kingdom. Just that
yes.
was just released. So something like that.
And
You
let me
can
comment
you
it.
can comment.
There. This is the GL question of the stream. What games are you excited about? It
Uh,
could be digital, it could be a board game, it could be a digital board game. Just let us know. Yes, and we can maybe check it out during the stream also.
Hi.
Yeah. Okay. I guess since we do have quite a list, we're gonna
We
be
do.
starting our play or pass already since there are a couple of people waiting already. Yan. So, oops, that's the wrong scene. Welcome to Player Pass. There
Yeah,
we go.
if you're new to the stream, Play or Pass is a show where we look at the hot top top games voted by the community. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna have our first impressions,
Mhm.
and
Then you
then
guys get to vote if you think it's a
yeah,
play or a
or a
pass.
pass. Again,
Yes.
this is not definitive. If you really like the game, go get it.
Yep.
Or if with the community voted that it's a play, but you feel that maybe that's not for me or not for my play group, that's also good as well. We
Yes.
respect all your gaming opinions.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. Okay. So are we ready?
Yes, we are ready.
Sige.
Okay.
Uh,
So yeah, the first game that we'll check out is a game that you guys voted on. It's a top game here. It's called Now or Never. So we'll check that out quickly in Board Game Geek. Now or Never. Actually, I haven't heard of this one, Dwayne.
what?
Yeah, I just saw. Oh, it's this one. Okay, never mind. I I saw this one already. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, yeah. So Now or Never is a game for 1 to 4 players, 90 to 180 minutes, 13 plus, and it's very new. Isn't it? It's not released yet. Yes,
It
not
is
yet.
not released yet.
Okay. So I'm guessing this is part of the Near and Far, Above and Below
Yes, it's
series.
the
Oh,
third
that's
game
cool.
in that series.
Okay. So Now
So
or
it
Never, exiles return home to rebuild their ancestral village in a strange fantasy world. Yeah.
Yeah. And now and never, you and up to three friends compete to best rebuild your ancestral village and guide them of the villagers on their journey home. Although the creatures of the meteorite, so there's a meteorite, have
Mhm.
lost much of their strength, many of them remain, and you must fight them to protect traveling villagers. Again, it's the third game in the Arzium storybook series. So if you're familiar with Above and Below and Near and Far, it's the third one, and it is a competitive strategy game that allows you to choose one of the four asymmetric characters to play. So it's asymmetric. You
That's
rebuild
awesome.
the village, so that you it's there is a little bit of tableau building, I believe. Tableau
Mm-hmm.
building, that's one of the
Mm-hmm.
terms we discussed last Monday. We interact with other players by hiring their specialists to perform special actions, and you combat dangerous creatures, so there's also combat. And again, this is the art is very Ryan Lockhart.
Very, very Ryan Lockhart. There's a quick trailer for Now or Never, so maybe we can watch this
Yeah,
before
let's check
we
it out.
put the poll up.
Ooh, Sleeping Gods. I think that's the meteorite.
Art is always gorgeous.
Yeah.
Ooh. Very interesting trailer also.
Yeah.
Above and below,
Hi
near and far.
everyone, I'm Ryan Lockett, designer and artist of Now or Never. We've been working on this game for years, and I'd like to tell you about some of the things that make it an exciting follow up to Near and Far. Now or Never takes place hundreds of years after the events of Near and Far. Strange monsters from a giant crystal meteorite forced the people of your village to flee from their homes, sending them on a 20-year exile. In the game, you play as one of four unique characters, vowing to help rebuild the village and
Mm.
guide the wandering villagers home. Each of the four heroes has a unique set of abilities and strengths. carefully balanced over hundreds of playtest sessions. On your turn, you move your hero around the map, where you fight meteorite monsters, search for valuable resources, or visit a location to take a special action. You must advance your hero throughout the game to take on greater and greater challenges, using experience to unlock abilities and coins to buy useful gear. Each time you defeat a monster, you save some waylaid villagers, which you can place in houses you build to help earn resources for the village. You may also pay any player's specialist to take valuable support actions, such as constructing buildings in the village, restoring your hero's health and mana, and more. If a player uses your specialist, you earn money for it. Now or Never is an economic game at heart. Each player builds up their own section of the village. At the end of each round, your village produces resources, which you can sell at any time to gain coins. Many times, you'll be faced with a tense choice between selling to gain coins you need right now or waiting to sell until you have a better set of resources for a much bigger payout. One of the unique mechanisms in the game is the building grid. At the start of the game, each player shuffles their set of buildings and places them face up in a 4x5 grid. The first building you construct can be any one from the edge of the grid, but after that, you may only choose buildings that are adjacent to empty building slots.
Oh,
This creates a
Interesting.
variable tech tree that you must carefully navigate each time you play the
Hmm.
game.
variable tech
Now or Never
tree.
includes two
That
modes,
you make
standard
yourself.
and story. When playing story mode, you play through a 6-chapter campaign, reading stories specific to your character as you learn more about the world and your own backstory. Each chapter unlocks new aspects of the game, including in chapters 4 and 5, a journey to the underground caverns on the opposite side of the game board. This underground board has altered location actions, enemies, and more.
Interesting.
It is very interesting.
There you go. That's Now or Never. I'm gonna put the poll up now, but we can
Yeah.
discuss a little bit more about Now or Never. It should be up.
So now or never, is it a play or a pass?
There you go. Okay. The poll is up. Very interesting. No, new game by Ryan. No. I
Yeah,
think one of the highlights talaga is the one he showed, which is the grid
the
that
grid.
you make yourself. It's shuffled every time, and then you choose where you start and where you end. That's very interesting.
Yeah. And what if in the future the fourth game would be so there's above and below, near and far, now or never, then play or pass. Am I a
it, it,
genius? Hello, Ryan
yeah,
Locat.
you
Yes.
maybe you wanna
You want to
hire
collab? We're gonna
hire
design a
us.
game.
It's about getting board games.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking at the comments while waiting for the
Yeah.
yeah, the poll is now up in our Facebook. If you're
Should
in
be.
the YouTube, please hop on to our Facebook because we haven't figured out how to vote with YouTube. But we do have some people on the stream. We have Gino saying hey 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 hey. Sam saying hello. Sam says excited and looking forward to the new unmatched sets and upcoming at match digital game. Mark said I'm late. Tutor mode for calculus. Oh, calculus. Oh,
Welcome
I
to the stream,
remember
guys.
calculus. And then Chino says, I wonder if the campaign is replayable, meaning different story paths each run. I am not sure.
It
But
doesn't really say.
but judging above and below and near and far, there is a lot of story and I don't think you can go through all of them in just one playthrough.
Yeah, I think by knowing the older games that he's made, he knows how to make things replayable by now. And even yung mga before na above and below and near and far, even if you kind of know the story, it can still change a bit every time you play through it. So uh I'm pretty sure this could be very replayable also. A replayable campaign.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Totes
So
agree.
so that's Now or Never. Please do vote. Let me just check if people are voting. There you go. Okay. But our next game on the list
Sige.
is added by Sam. Hello, Sam. Welcome to
Hey
the stream
Sam,
also. It's called Final Girl. So we'll check that out
final girl.
after this. I think this is the reskin or the reskin of Hostage Negotiator, which is a game that I really like. Yeah. Yeah. So we do have a question of the stream. Just let us know what games you are excited about. Um, we didn't answer it yet, but we should. Me, I'm excited about Hero Realms version. I think I mentioned this already in like the past two streams, but it's launching August, and you can start playing August if you back the Kickstarter, which is just like $25. Not bad at all. You can play Hero Realms solo now, and it's meron ding, there's also a ladder that makes you play PvP with other people. So very interesting. That's what I'm excited for recently. I keep bothering Dwayne. Should I buy it? Yeah, so
Yeah, you should. I always tell him, yeah. I'm like the the what they call that um the friend that will say, yeah, go for
just
it.
buy it. How about you, Dwayne?
For me, we just discussed it. Now or never. I'm super excited about that.
Mm. I know
Because
you're excited for Sleeping Gods also. That's why.
sleeping gods, I'm just waiting for my copy to arrive. And but you know, patience is a virtue, and I understand that there are shipping challenges. It will come, and then me and my playgroup will have a grand time playing with it. But if it's a non-board game thing that I'm excited about, it's Pokemon Unite.
I see
Yeah,
you
they
tweet.
just released Gardevoir.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
I
a new
actually played it.
Pokemon.
I have actually played it 2 nights ago. It was actually fun.
It is fun.
Yeah, it is. It is
I think
very
it's
fun.
fun to play with friends.
Yeah.
If you're all alone, it's kind of hard because you really have to work as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Teamwork really makes the dream work.
All right. So
All right.
you guys already voted. Now or Never is actually a play with more than 5 votes above pass. So yeah.
Yay.
All right. So we're just gonna go straight into the next one. On the list, it says that Sam added Final Girl. We're gonna check out Final Girl. Here it is.
Final girl.
So I am correct. Yes, it is a re-implementation of Hostage Negotiator. It's called Final Girl. It's a one-player game, solitaire game.
Solo game. Solitaire.
We reviewed that on Monday.
Yeah. Good
It says
job.
you alone must survive and defeat the horror movie killer. So it's a one-player game, 30 to 45 minutes, ages 14 and up. I think this is because of the reading of the cards, and its
Mm-hmm.
weight is 2 out of 5. In this game,
Yeah.
actually, there's a bit of dice rolling, but you have to mitigate it as much as possible. That's the name of the game, basically, in Hostage Negotiator. I think they changed it up a bit here, but very interesting game.
Let
If
me
you
read
like
the
solo game,
description. Playing
right?
on a famous horror movie trope, Final Girl is a solitaire only game that puts the player in the shoes of a female protagonist who must kill the slasher if she wants to survive. The core
Mm-hmm.
box, when combined with one of the four of our feature film boxes, has everything you need to play the game. Each feature film box features a unique killer and an iconic location. And the more feature films you have, the more killer location combination you can experience. In game terms, Final Girl shares similarities with Hostage Negotiator, but with some key differences. Okay, what are these key differences? Including a game board to track location and character movement. You can choose from multiple characters when picking someone to play and multiple killers when picking someone to play against. The killers and locations have their own specific terror cards that will be shuffled together to create a unique experience with various combinations of scenarios for you to play.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah. If you guys want to see it, they did have a Kickstarter for this. I remember this. This was like a year ago. It's basically hostage negotiator with added elements, which is very good. I must say. To make it like visually more ano to us.
Yeah,
I'll just play the quick video
yeah,
after I
I'm not
pause
familiar
this.
with this game, so excited to learn.
You sprint through the woods exhausted, but you can't afford to rest. Visions of a man in the iron mask, covered in blood, chase you through the trees. You hear a scream from the lake. But do you
Oh
help?
no.
Too late. Your decision is made for you. as the killer appears out of thin air,
Shia
dragging
LaBeouf.
the jammer behind him. Based on the award-winning hostage negotiator system, Final Girl is a solo game of terror and survival designed to recreate the heart-stopping thrills of your favorite horror films. It is kill or be killed, and the monster won't stop until everyone is dead, including you. But you're the last one standing, the final girl. And you aren't going to go quietly. Survive by gathering weapons and items, defending against the killer's sinister, dark power, and saving enough victims to activate your final girl's special ability. Won't wait too long and the finale will overtake you, with the killer at the peak of their power. If you destroy the killer, you'll emerge victorious. Just make sure they're dead. Like in all good horror movies, sometimes they come back.
Nice.
Nice.
Includes new final girls, a terrifying killer to face off against, and a unique, iconic location. Take on Hans the Butcher at Camp Happy Trails. Confront the sinister poltergeist that haunts Creech Manor. With multiple feature films, you can face any killer at any location for a one-of-a-kind horror movie showdown. Pledge for Final Girl, if you dare, on Kickstarter now.
Nice.
Nice.
That's Final Girl. We're gonna put the poll up while we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has all the horror movie tropes, the camp, the
Yeah.
slasher with the apron.
If you enjoy what's this game? Dead by Daylight. I think you'd really like this one, to be honest. It's very close to the theme of that. But let's say Gino says excited for this one too. Knowing Van Ryder games, this might have a secret envelope again. I'm pretty sure that they put one again. And then we do have an answer for our questions. Sabi ni Mark Ellis, for the GL question of the stream, I'm excited for the Solani and the Girl Who Made the Stars by Final Frontier Games that I supported on KS last April. We'll get the copy of the games by December, hopefully. Hopefully you get them.
Cross his fingers.
And then
Come
Gina
on,
said kanina,
shipping.
I just realized if you pronounce Gardevoir with an accent, it almost sounds like God of War. Gardevoir.
God of War.
There you go.
Well,
Yeah, and so that's Final Girl. Final Girl, knowing hostage negotiator, and like I really share this with people who like solitaire games. I would tell them to try hostage negotiator. I think adding the movement into the map and also more powers for the Final Girl. That's very interesting.
yeah. And
Instead of just like in hostage negotiator where you're just calling the hostage taker and then
hostage.
putting it down, trying to get your speech points up. This has a little bit more game into it, I'm assuming.
It's more active. You really have to survive. It's very on theme. Plus, this is a game that you can also play like as a group, even if
Yes.
it's solo. Like you can have like a group of friends trying to figure out what's the best way. Like maybe one person can read the stuff with like a very animated voice to really set the mood, because this is very, if you like horror movies, I think this will be right in the pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, like what you said now, you can actually play this as a co-op. And I enjoy playing like hostage negotiator when I make people play it. I'd watch and then like I'll be the hostage taker. I'll give it a
Oh
story
yeah.
and then they they roll the dice and then I say a reply. Really enjoy playing it like that. So most probably you can actually do it in Final Girl, or also you can do it like a, if you guys played like a RPGs na storytelling where you have choices to choose from. You can also play it as a group like that. I forgot
Mhm.
the name that we play na ganun eh. But basically you can do it like that. Yeah.
Fiasco? Is that Fiasco?
A video game.
A
Something
video game.
like Detroit Human, something like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one. Becoming
Uh,
Human, is that it?
yeah. There's a bit mas madami pang ganun na games eh. But Detroit Becoming Human was one, I think. Anyway, so the next one we're gonna be checking on the list is Shason. This is added by Leuven. So we'll check that out. Let me just quickly search it. But please do vote if you're on YouTube. Please do vote on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, please do vote. I'd like you guys to really tell us what you think about certain games.
Yeah,
Certain games, yeah. Trailer. Oh, this looks interesting.
it is. Actually, the best part of this is I'm learning a lot of new games.
I am.
Like,
Yeah. Is this okay? Well, we're just gonna play the gameplay trailer for this game. Hold up.
okay.
Cool. Okay.
Okay, did you find it?
I did. I did. Let me check what you guys voted on for Final Girl. Okay. Final Girl. I'll keep it on. I need more people to vote before we decide on
Ah,
that.
so it's close.
So before we do that, we're gonna check out na lang muna Shason. Shason? Is that how you say it? Maybe you could read this
Shazam?
one because I might say wrong pronunciations. Go Dwayne.
I am not sure. How do you pronounce this?
It's Shason.
Because it's all capital. Does it matter? Maybe it's
SHAS.
SHASN.
But would you tell someone, oh, do you want to play SHASN?
Yeah, that's a mouthful. Maybe Shazen.
Okay.
Like chasm.
Probably.
Ah, well, if they have a video, they will let us know how you
Yeah,
play this.
okay. So
How you pronounce this game.
let me read it. So it's nasty tactics meets ideological questions in this
Ooh.
political area control game. It's
Is it
three to
like
five
campaign
players.
trail?
It looks like a very interesting area control, to be honest. So it plays 3 to 5 players, best at 4, sabi ng
Mhm.
community. 90 to 120 minutes, 12 and up, and then its weight is just a little shy of 3, which is 5. Publishers, ngayon ko lang sila nakita. It's
Memesis.
Memesis Culture Lab. I think I don't know another game na has that is made by them. But they do have a Kickstarter. They did last. I don't see the date. Anyway, we'll quickly watch the trailer. Oh, here it says. How do you read this? Shasen, right?
Shasen.
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 Yeah, Shasen. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so let's
Is it a
quickly
schwa? Yeah, I think it's a schwa. Shasen. Shasen.
Schwasen. Let's quickly watch this trailer so we know what what it means na.
Why do you think he does it, Agent Connor?
Because he is sick, sir.
Maybe it's all just a game to him. He'll get into your head.
Then I'll play him, sir. After all, I'm the one who trained him.
Where is this going?
You put 10,000 migrants behind bars for no cause. You've become quite a little monster, haven't you? No more housing. No more security. People are living in boxes. Every little step you take on this planet, you are
Is this a movie?
I don't know.
that you
This is the first time I've seen a board game trailer that's like this.
of blood on your hands.
You know
And
what?
the girl is killing it.
Make your damn move, Mom. Come on.
All right, calm down. It's just a game.
Yeah.
Or is it yours?
Well, I'm afraid our coalition is over. This is my district now.
Shasun is an epic game of politics, ethics, and strategy.
Shasun.
You are a politician, campaigning for the future of your country. Start with one of four unique worlds: USA and India 2020, Earth 2040, and Rome 40 BCE.
Ooh.
Turn, you will have to make a choice. Your policy decisions will earn you resources. Gather funds, media, cloud, and trust to win over
Cloud.
voters. Deploy them to capture areas by forming majorities. Gerrymander to redraw the lines of support. No border is etched in stone. Keep up with headlines. Every setback has room for profit. Forge alliances in the face of adversity. But don't let your guard down. Invest in conspiracies to blindside your enemies. They might need encouragement to roll over and die. Become a titan of ideology. The people need you. But who do you represent? The outspoken? The righteous? The hopeful? The inventive? When it's your time to rise, what will you stand for?
Interesting.
Very interesting.
I like gerrymandering in an area control game. The
That's
idea of
very
it, like,
interesting.
you can, like, because in an area control you have a set map, right? And
Mhm.
you have the most. But if you can gerrymander the map, you can edit it in such a way that even if you're not really the majority, you can make it in such a way that yous are still ahead. Amazing.
That's very interesting. Sabi ni Sam, parang yung launch video ng OnePlus Nord mini movie sa start, bumabawi ata mga ad prod agencies this year.
Di
That's
ba?
I thought nga parang did we play a movie trailer or something?
The mom is amazing. She's like,
Yeah, she was really good. She was good.
and
Sabi ni
Gino
Gina,
said, Shason Baron Cohen. Badum tu 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 tu.
I
Dapat
don't
meron
get
tayong
it.
pun counter.
Okay. Final girl is very close, but I'm gonna have to put it in play.
Okay.
Because you guys voted that. Let me just put yung poll ni Shazan, and then we'll check more stuff about it.
Yes.
Yeah, Shazan. That's very interesting. Shazan is
Shason.
a how will you build how will you build how will you build your Shazan? Okay.
Let me read the description while we're putting up the
Go ahead.
poll. So, Shazon is a multiplayer strategy board game where every player takes on the role of a politician in the midst of a political campaign. With each turn, players must draw a card, take stands on a divisive and urgent political issues. These choices will help them gather resources to influence voters to purchase strategic powers. Players can build diverse ideologies with every policy decision to best reflect their beliefs and play style. Okay, building a single political idol. Let's go with. Okay, the map is split into 9 zones, each with each zone having different voter count required to form a majority. The player with the highest majority votes when all majorities are formed wins the game. To influence voters, players need unique combinations of four resources at their disposal: funds, media, trust, and clout. Mm. At the start of their turn, player must respond to political dilemma that they're faced with. Each question has two answers to pick from. The players must try and gauge their ideological bent of each answer Ah, so it's like there's an issue, and then you choose between the two sides, and whichever you choose, you will gain resources,
That's interesting.
and then you use your resources to area control. For example, giving a pro-industry answer will yield funds, and having four fund answers in your manifesto will allow you to trade resources with the bank. Similarly, building a manifesto with four media allows you to reach out to influence even more voters for the same cause.
Cool.
Interesting.
Interesting game. No? Mark Ellis says, I don't know why, but I kept thinking of Shason Corneta. I think
Shazan
uh,
Cuneta.
I think calculus bot broke me. Anyway, while you guys are voting for Shason, it's very close. We're gonna go to our next game. It's a game given to us by Kai Cruz. So thank you, Kai, for this. It's called Chronicles of Drunagor, Age
Oh,
of
I think I
Darkness.
heard of this.
It looks like an RPG game, but let me read it quickly. It's very high. It's voted high. It's 9.1 on BGG right now. Tactics meet resource management in this deeply immersive fantasy dungeon crawler. 1 to 5 players. You can play solo, so those solo solitaire players here. 120 minutes and ages 12 and up. And yung weight niya is 3.38. So that's kind of heavy, but um kayang-kaya siya. I think it's something na kayang-kaya. I'm looking at it and there's a lot of minis current that I can see. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming uh it's expansion heavy RPG dungeon crawler. But let's
And
check the Kickstarter here.
yes.
It's made by Creative Game Studio. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's one of these na madaming elements
Ganda.
into the game. Very interesting. It looks like the map is also like elevated in some areas. So may
So
elevation in that. So let's check out the trailer to get a clearer vision of this. Anthony, welcome to the stream. Good evening to you.
hey Anthony, good evening. I hope you're enjoying the show.
There was a time when people lived prosperous and peaceful lives. But now, magic is back and brought the shadows to us. The land burns, monsters run freely, and people are suffering. Everything is falling apart, and we don't know what to do. The world desperately
Oh,
needs
that's
heroes
nice.
to face this great evil and
Is
protect
that
us
a
all
lich?
from the upcoming Age of Darkness. Chronicles of Drunagor is a dark fantasy board game for 1 to 5 players. Heroes will struggle to survive the monsters and the darkness. Start by choosing your heroes and their dungeon roles. Each will have a specific class and function in combat. Heroes have synergies and high interaction between them. Position the map
Okay.
as indicated in the mission. The 3D aspect of the map will enable a very immersive view of the dungeon. Now position the heroes and find out what dangers await. Behind the doors contains the dangers that will appear in the next room and are
That's
positioned
cool.
so you will never know what the heroes expect, and each game will be different. Manage your resources well. In order to perform the powerful attacks, the hero will have to expend cubes of the energy corresponding to it. When they are all used, you can recover them, but 2 of your skills will be locked with cubes of corruption. Be careful not to gather too many and be completely corrupted by darkness. By defeating the monsters, the team will evolve, unlocking new skills, getting level up, and important improvements. Choose your powers wisely, because they will be very important to your success. There are
Skill
powerful
3.
monsters ready to
Good.
use their
Burn.
devastating powers.
But that's not all. In the dungeons, there are several places that allow you to interact with the environment and discover the secrets they keep. Sometimes very useful for heroes, sometimes
Equips.
dangerous. Be quick.
Ooh.
Each round, the darkness will be chasing heroes, ready to corrupt their souls and make them their slaves. You can play the adventures as standalone or in an epic campaign, with an immersive story and a camp between quests where you can buy
Campaign.
recover skills and HP. Chronicles of Drunagor comes with over 40 immersive hours of gameplay and dozens of highly detailed miniatures. Some others, unbelievable dangers await the heroes. Can you survive it and save
The
the world?
dragon.
Back us now on Kickstarter.
So loud. Nice. Nice. Nice.
Wow. Wow.
That's very it's like a complete game.
I mean,
It's
you
that
know
type.
me. I
Yeah,
love
I know.
dungeon crawl and adventuring. But let's go through the merits of the game. I believe there's a lot of miniatures. There's even a dragon. So that's amazing. I'm not sure with the combat.
It,
So maybe that's
wala masyadong
something that,
combat. It's a dice roll, I think.
yeah, something to do with the skills, and then you try to. There's a resource management because you have to
Yeah.
not overextend or else you will be corrupted. Uh, of course, you're moving in the map. There's a skill tree. There's a lot going on. It's very RPG esque, but I like that it's in a 3D map. So there's like there are ways I believe that you can take advantage of the map. I'm not sure, but maybe
Most
they have
probably.
it.
Yeah. Gina says, "Ooh, a bigature 3D map, tech tree, story campaign. What? Yeah, it has almost everything, no? And I like that they added that interactions book. It's very interesting.
There's a book.
Yeah.
You know I love books.
All right, sige, before we start the vote for Chronicles of Drunagor, let me
How's
just check
Shazan?
quickly for Shasen. Shasen, unfortunately, is a pass, even if
Ah,
it had a very nice trailer. So we're
it's
putting that
okay.
there. Then we're gonna put our Chronicles of
Chronicles of
Drunagor.
Drinagor.
There you go.
I have another pun for Shazan.
What?
Shazan Padilla or Shazan Saturna. We need a pun counter.
Good,
Anyway.
a good pun counter. Joke lang, joke lang.
Oh. Sige, while you're setting up
All right, no, we
the
can go to
poll,
the
let
next one.
let me read through the description. So, it's a
Okay.
fully cooperative and strategy board game of tactical combat and dungeon crawl adventure for 1 to 5 players. COD AOD is based on multiple 3D scenarios, each of them played separately or in a continuous storyline. Each scenario has its own unique setup, darkness rules, different goals that will be needed to be achieved in order to obtain victory. Played over a series of rounds until either the chosen adventure objective is achieved by the heroes or a single hero die. Oh no! A single hero dies and you lose, or is
Mm,
corrupted by the darkness. The order of activation is dictated by the initiative track, very D&D, and it alternates between heroes and monster and the darkness itself. Once they all activate, a round is over and a new one begins, so the player wins or loses as a team. The game is won when the adventure objectives are met. And again, you lose if when one player is killed or corrupted by darkness.
cool.
That's high stakes.
Very high stakes. But interesting that it's the heroes, the monsters, and then there's the darkness also. So
Yeah.
The
It's like
darkness
a
corrupts you 2 times, I think, with your powers and also in the map.
in the
So
map.
both present that in that ano. Sabi ni Gino, Shasan and sit down na lang.
Shasun and sit down. Snaps for
Okay, let me
Gino.
quickly check if you guys are voting for Chronicles. Please do vote. I can't put it in play or passive. Onti lang yung nag-vote. So we're gonna skip this one first. We're gonna go to our next game. In our list, it's actually Brew. Added also by Kai, but we already did Brew last time, and I think we said that it was a pass. Most of the people did vote Brew as a uh, it's a play pala. It's a play. I'm sorry.
It's a
It's a
play.
play. Stocks for Brew are are incoming. Yun na lang yung masasabi ko. So
Ooh.
maybe kasi you put it on the poll because you don't see the stocks, but
Pero
incoming.
for the people who are just joining in, what is brew?
Uh,
Do we have some
Brew.
pictures? Can we just show
Sige.
pictures?
Let me
We're not
quickly.
gonna vote on it na because we
Brew
people liked
board.
it already. Pero can we just show it?
Here you go. This is Brew. Brew is a
Ooh,
dice placement game.
that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Pretty good. It's by Pandasaurus. If you're familiar with Elder Sign, it's pretty much like that, but it's competitive. Very interesting game. Madaming playthrough na for Brew. So if you want to check that out.
And
Uh,
the art is amazing. It's cute.
oh yeah, it is. Very, very nice. Very adventure time art. If you
Adventure time.
adventure time, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I like that art style then. There you go.
There you go.
Okay, so the next one after that is Oros. So this has been added by Desky. So thank you, Desky. I think Desky also mentioned this in our last live stream last
Mm-hmm.
week. One of our live streams last week. So we're gonna check that out.
Yeah.
So this is
Oros.
Oros. From form mountains and build sacred monuments in the pursuit of wisdom and knowledge. Very calming description. It plays 1 to 4 players, 60 to 120 minutes, age 14 and up, and its weight is 3 out of 5.
This is on
Quickly,
Kickstarter, right?
yes, it is. Quickly lang, I just want to show a bit of the art style and the components. It's very it's very calming yung art style.
Yeah,
That's
it's like lineless art,
yeah,
very vector. It's really
very
nice.
nice.
Parang the
Really nice
colors
art.
they really jump out to you.
Yeah. Okay, sige, we're gonna check out a video in their Kickstarter. It's still up now. You have 14 days to go. So if you guys like it, if you've seen it here and then you like it, you can check it out in the Kickstarter. Yeah. Let me play it. There you go.
Let's erupt volcanoes, form mountains, and build sacred
What?
monuments in the pursuit of
There are
wisdom and
volcanoes?
knowledge in Oros, a competitive strategy game for 1 to 4 players that will have you manipulating a shared environment like a giant puzzle of plate tectonics. In the game, you will take on the role of demigods, sent from the Wise One as messengers of wisdom and knowledge to bring the mysteries of the mountains to the people scattered across the islands of the earth. Your objective is to use your endowed abilities over the elements to control the
They're
landscape,
tile sliding.
form mountains, and then lead your followers to those lofty peaks where they can build sacred sites of study and obtain for themselves the higher knowledge. To do this, you will assign your followers to take actions. You will erupt volcanoes, pouring land out across the map. You'll rearrange the landscape by shifting large continental shelves.
Whoa.
You'll move and collide landmasses, making them larger and ultimately forming mountains. And once formed, mountains cannot be moved. You'll assign followers to journey across this constantly changing environment to build sacred sites on your mountains where your followers can study and gain wisdom, which is then used to make your actions more powerful or your sacred sites more valuable. As your followers grow in wisdom and knowledge, you will ascend higher, ensuring an elevated position among the demigods sent to dwell on Earth. And the demigod who shares the most knowledge will be revered and honored for generations to come. Also included is an alternate larger map and 4
Okay.
fully developed unique automa that are used when playing solo,
Oh,
but
nice.
can
Oh,
also be used
Automa.
in any 2 or 3 player game. Oros is unlike anything you've ever played. It's a tile colliding, volcano erupting, mountain making, wisdom gathering, action economy strategy game that combines real connections to geology and anthropology with kinetic game mechanics, including spatial arrangement and worker placement. The result is a delightfully layered, puzzle like game that rewards those who creatively push its boundaries. Now, go down and ascend.
I feel like I'm
Wow.
ascending while he was talking. Like, ang ganda ng uh,
Yeah.
pagka-produce ng whole video. The music, everything that he's saying. It's very interesting.
I like
Um, yeah.
sige, go ahead.
I no, I was just gonna read chat. Hello, Morgan. Welcome to the stream. He says hi.
Hello.
Hi pa, hi pa. And also, Leuven says, play Shasen. And then sabi ni Gino, so many moving parts. I hope it doesn't detract from the gameplay. Looks like a fun, fresh mechanic. Yes, it does look like a new
Yeah, I was
mechanic.
going to talk about that because
Yeah.
there's only one game that I know that has tile sliding, which is Folded Wishes, designed by Ron Villaver. So shout out to Ron. And this one
Yes.
is like, uh, it's also tile sliding, but with worker placement. Plus, you form an engine because you develop your skills as a demigod. A
That's
lot going
interesting.
on, but I
Yeah.
feel it's super thematic because I like the geological aspect of it. Because when you build islands, you push like the Hawaiian Islands. They were formed by erupting volcanoes, and you push
Mm-hmm.
it. I'm like,
Yeah. That's so
yes,
interesting actually, the way they showed that, no. Um si- all right, so
sige,
sorry, we did have a vote for Chronicles of Junagor. It's very close. I need more people to vote if ever you guys are still here. Um okay, actually, may nag-vote bigla. It's a play, Chronicles of Junagor, so we're gonna put that there. I'm gonna put up the poll for Oros so that you guys can start
sige.
voting. There you go.
While you're putting up the poll, let me read the description in BGG. So, Oros is a tile colliding, volcano erupting, mountain making, wisdom gathering, action economy strategy game. That's a mouthful. There's a lot of things going on. On individual player match, players move their followers between action spaces, allowing them to manipulate a shared environment like a giant puzzle of plate tectonics. Action spaces are Action spaces allow players to shift rows of land, move and collide land tiles, and form and erupt volcanoes. They can also worship and to gain wisdom, journey their followers around an ever-shifting landscape, and build sacred places of study and worship on mountains. Building sacred places and worshiping in sacred places brings wisdom, which is used to improve abilities for each action space. Wisdom is also used to improve the end game value of each sacred place built, as well as reach other goals worth end game points.
Interesting.
Hmm. Yeah, it's very
Very, very
interesting.
interesting. Yeah. So please do vote Oros if you think if it's a play or a pass. But before while you guys are voting that, we'll check out the next game. On the list after Oros is a game added by Dwayne. It's Night of the Ninja. So we'll check Night of the Ninja. Thank you, Dwayne, for adding this to the list. Do you want to read this one?
I
Sige, I can do it. It's
wait,
quite small
I
to
have
read.
to bring it up rin with my
Sige,
I can read
it's
it.
all right.
Ninja. Come
Morgan
on.
says is on Mars expansion on this list. If it's not on the list that we voted for on the G Live Game Night community poll, we can go through it later after all of them are done. Yeah. So if you guys wanna suggest games, please do go to G Live Game Night community on Facebook. It's just there. You can see it here. It's the time where we hyped up. We like Tapestry. So Tapestry pa rin. For some reason, hindi ko mapalitan. But we do
For
put a
some
poll
weird
up
reason,
here.
we can change it.
Yeah, but if you want games na pumasok, please do uh add them here. We can go through it afterwards. Yeah,
Okay. So I brought it up already. Night of the Ninja. It's a game for 4 to 11 players. That's a
that's
lot.
a lot.
15 to 30 minutes. Very quick. Age 12 plus. We don't have a wait yet because it's fairly new. It's designed by
Yeah,
Justin Gray and published by Brotherwise Games.
nice. I do have a sneak peek if you want me to play it.
Let's look at the sneak preview.
Okay. But before that, sorry. Sabi ni Calvin, counted ba labyrinth sa tile sliding? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. But this one kasi it's actually yes. I would say yes. It's part. Another good tile sliding game. Juicy Fruits coming very
Juicy
soon.
fruits.
No problem, Morgan. There you go. Okay, sneak peek ng Night of the Ninja. Let's just quickly play it. In the war between train. Sorry. Sorry. Naka 1.25. Bilis eh.
I love the art.
Ah, very
Parang siya yung
Shadow Ninja.
paper. Parang parang siyang backlit tapos may mga paper. Tapos, ayan,
Oh, there you go. It is nga.
it's gorgeous.
Wait. Hold up. Let's just pause.
Okay.
It's
It's a
a
social
social
deduction game.
deduction game. Yeah. So it is a party-ish game, social deduction game. Okay, and
No
then
moderator required.
there are roles. Let me just uh pause it now. Spy, look at another player's house card. Mystic, look at the house card and one ninja card of another player. So you probably have two cards, no? A house and a ninja
Mhm.
card. Troublemaker, look at another player's house card. You may reveal it. Blind assassin, choose a player and kill them. Shinobi,
Oh,
choose a player, look at their house card, and then you may choose to kill them. That's very strong. The Shinobi is strong. That no moderator required. Easy to learn and teach. Looks like you have stands for every one, right?
maybe those are the faces.
Ah, yeah. The faces. Yeah.
Spy, Mystic,
Trickster, Blind
Blind
Assassin,
Assa
Shinobi, and then reveal. Oh,
reveal. The
any more
art.
gameplay stuff? Wala pa. Okay.
Wala
Well,
pa.
that's Night of the
Very,
Ninja.
very, very new. But we can read the description. So, Night of the Ninja is a fast paced game of deadly secrets, midnight assassinations, and paper thin alliances. Ooh, alliances. In Night of the Ninja, your mission is to defeat a rival ninja house. If you can figure out who they are, each round you choose your ninja role. A spy or fortune teller gains valuable information, but only a shinobi or a blind assassin can cut down an opponent. To win, you'll have to trick your opponents, figure out who can't be trusted, and fight for your house. Nine of the Ninja supports 4 to 11 players, and a single round of play uh, can play out within 5 minutes. Oh, very fast.
Interesting.
Created by Justin Gray of Ascension and Shards of Infinity, it's designed to appeal to anyone from novice gamers to social deduction enthusiasts. Every card features papercraft art by Ben Charman, intricately hand cut and photographed to create a unique, evocative visual style. This one, chef's kiss. Night of the Ninja offers several twists on the social deduction genre. Team based, that means you can win honor even if you die as long as your house prevails. Each round begins by drafting ninja cards, but no role is strictly better than others. The deadliest cards are also last to be played, and the gathering information can be as valuable as assassinating another player. Okay.
Interesting.
Yes.
All right. Before
So
we go,
it feels like coup.
cool with a little bit of what's this called? Good cop, bad cop. I think yun
Yeah.
lang yung ano ko, the team based
Like a
part.
team based good cop, bad cop. Coup because there's an assassination involved.
Yeah. But before we go voting on Night of the Ninja, Oros is a play. Thank you guys for voting for Oros. Very interesting game. Looks like another one we should uh try to get very soon. So yeah, this
Sam
we're voting.
Rosales. uh,
Yeah.
Sam Rosales says, "Can you also look at 10 by AEG?" We can. Do we have time?
If we have time after the
Yeah.
list, we'll check. But if ever it doesn't go to this list, we're gonna be checking
We'll
out on
just
the
roll it
next,
over, yeah,
yeah,
and the next player
player
pass.
pass. Yeah. So please do
Definitely.
vote when we ask for suggestions sa poll.
Gino says, "Time to do ninja moves and exit for now." Smoke bomb. 9 p.m. meeting. Hope it ends early. Play for Night of the Ninja. Well,
Yeah.
good luck on your meeting. And of course, you can always replay this episode because we are on Facebook and on YouTube. So
Yeah.
if ever you're not able to catch our episode on live, you can just rewatch it again. JP Raigun says, "I like Oros."
And Kelvin said Tom Vassell just reviewed Night of the Ninja, I'm
Oh,
assuming. So we can check that out. You can check that out on your own
yeah.
time. Okay. So the next game
Uh,
that we're gonna be checking is on the list. It's called Deliverance by Dwayne. So we have three
I,
more games. So last three games. And let me quickly just get it.
Go ahead. A while ago, while I was reading JP Raigun's comments, I read it like, "I like Oreos." And I'm like, "Me too. I like
I like
Oreos."
Arios. I like Arios too. Oh, it's this game. Very interesting.
Deliverance. It's
Yeah,
about angels and demons. It looks really cool.
it does. It does look really cool. Hold up. Okay, there you go. I'm putting up the Kickstarter lang so we can check it out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So Deliverance. Here you go. It's a command legendary angels against demonic foes in this epic fantasy dungeon crawler. So it's 1 to 4 players, 60 to 120 minutes, age 13 and up, and its weight is just a little shy of under 3. So 2.91 above over 5. Looks like another dungeon crawler.
Similar to Chronicles of Drunagor.
Yeah. So let's check out the Kickstarter video that they put up. Play. Hello.
The light is fading. I sense a darkness prowling that stirs the memory of a night long past. The night I watched the devil stand before God as judge, jury, and executioner. The night our war was won.
Oh no.
Oh, how you have fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning.
Nice art. Ooh.
The Lord rebuke thee.
Deliverance is a cooperative tactical adventure for 1 to 4 players.
Sorry, why you play there?
You control elite angelic warriors and are charged by God to deliver the saints and send the demonic hordes plaguing them to the abyss. Unleash the full might of your blade and God-given powers to slay your foes in tactical combat. The demons are controlled by the game and will work together to defeat you through their own custom menu of actions. Beware, for you cannot survive by might alone. The evils of the human realm are bleeding into the spiritual realm. You must stand against this darkness by protecting saints and casting down strongholds through prayer. lest the darkness overtake this town and destroy you. Grow in power by acquiring heavenly treasures and customize your angel with talents that grant new skills. The intelligent enemy AI, darkness card system, and multiple difficulty levels ensure that each encounter will challenge you. Lure the mighty fallen prince from the shadows and defeat them in combat at all costs.
Legions, flee, or meet your judgment at my blade!
Can I just say that the trailers are amazing.
Yeah.
Art.
Me, O Lord, in your righteousness because of my enemies.
Very interesting. Nice trailer.
It is very interesting.
The light.
Eh. Okay, before we go and check out yung more about Deliverance, and before I put up the poll, I'm gonna check out Night of the Ninja. Night of the Ninjas is unfortunately a pass, so we're gonna put
It's
that
okay.
there, and then let's get Deliverance here.
Yeah. I'll just read some comments. Morgan says, "Oh, pass yung Shazam mo, Luvin." Morgan says, "Uy, Deliverance." And then Luvin says, "Di kasi hypa eh." You know what? But the thing is, we're doing player pass. If you really like the game, go get it. But again, we're not saying the game is good if or it game is bad if it's in the pass. It's just that sometimes you as a player, you have some certain y- inclinations na parang maybe
Yep.
this game does not work for my play group, or maybe I'm more of like a solo gamer, so 4 to 11 I don't have three other friends right now, so maybe Night of the Ninja is not for me right now, something like that. But again, the good thing about player pass is that we can check out new games and we can like find nice recommendations if they are good, or are there a play for you or a pass.
Yeah. Not. We'd like to stress that.
Yeah.
Because if it's a pass here, it doesn't mean it's not a play for you. And if it's a play here, doesn't mean it's a pass for you. That's
Yeah,
done. I mean,
definitely.
a lot of the games that go to pass, to be honest, are games that I really like. So, but
Yeah.
that's my style of like games. So yeah. Okay. So Deliverance is on a poll already. Let's quickly check out. Uh, we have a comment. Morgan says, "Does this mean those games in play will be available for pre-order soon?" Not necessarily. Also, it depends on availability.
Yeah.
But as much as possible, once we see that you guys are interested in certain games, we're gonna be trying to get them. So,
Ron
but
says, I supported Deliverance but didn't do the full game just because of the price point. I again also maybe you pass because the price point is too steep. That those are fair concerns.
yeah,
And Sam says, yup, auto pass ako for area control and 90% of co-op kasi di sila bagay sa akin. That's again, that's
yeah,
fair. But we here in Play or Pass, we don't judge your choice. No judgment. Again, we just want to look at the games. If you see something that you really like, even if the people voted pass, go get it.
yeah. Okay. So we're gonna be
Okay.
checking out on the list. It says that our next one is added by Martin. Thank you, Martin. It's called Polynesia. So tignan natin sa
Ooh.
Board Game Geek. It says here, save your tribe from volcanic eruption and sail routes. I can always not say this word.
Route.
Routes
Ito
to
siyang route or route. I think
inhabit.
one is British, one is
I'm sorry.
American.
When I see this word, nasa stun ako lagi. Anyway, to inhabit unexplored islands. It's 2 to 4
Ooh,
players, 60 to 75 minutes, 12 and up, and weight niya is 2.4 over 5. Very nice
I
artwork
like the
also.
art.
Nasa name. Here you go.
I feel I like games with volcanoes involved.
Parang dumami nga yung games with volcanoes recently.
Parang is it the new theme? Parang
Is it the new zombie?
is it the new zombie? And then a long time ago, is it the new pirate?
Okay,
Volcano.
so
Do we
we do
have
have
a
a short
video?
video. Quick, 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 quick. Let me just let the ad play for a while.
Sige.
2 seconds.
If you have games that you would like, you would like for us and the community to check out, we're gonna just comment below. If we still have time, we will go through them. Or if we don't have, we're gonna do it in the next player pass.
Yep. We'll roll them over.
We
Yeah.
rolling the ball.
This
Oh,
is
it's
a
John.
teaser by John Gets Games. Oh, sorry, I didn't pause my music. Where is it? There you go.
John Gets Games teaser for Polynesia. In this video, I'll be giving you a brief overview of what the game is like to play, and you can learn more details about the game by checking out my tutorial where I teach all of the rules while the game is being played. You can find a link to that tutorial in the description of this video. Now, Polynesia is a 2 to 4 player game that takes about an hour to play, and it puts each of the players in the role of a leader of a tribe. Now, all of you are on the same island with a volcano that's about to explode, and you need to get as far away from that island as you can. In order to venture away from the island, you will need to build sea routes and then move your tribe's members along those, but you can also use your opponent's sea routes. If you do this, you have to actually pay them a resource, and you need to bring one of their tribe members along to show you the way. That means you could try to be efficient by building sea routes and then letting your opponents move your tribe members along to show the way. But of course, your opponents can also build sea routes into other lucrative spots, and you can even build one of your boat's routes onto a spot somebody else has already gone. You just have to pay them some more resources. Now, within each game round, every player is going to take 3 actions, and each action has a different power level. The first is 3, then 2, and then 1, and the different action options you can take in this game will have their costs and benefits vary with those. Some of them, like building a route, will cost resources equal to the power level, which means if you do it for your first action at power level 3, that costs 3 resources. But if you wait until the end of the round, it will just cost 1. Or you might want to move your tribes members around, and the power level is the amount of movement that you get. So doing it early in the round gets you 3 movement, whereas doing it late in the round gets you just 1. So some of these actions are better early in the round, and some are better later. And you're trying to juggle all of these things as you are obviously trying to get ahead of your opponents. Now, as you move out onto this large island chain on the board, you are going to gain various benefits if you are the first person to some of those islands, and many of these islands will also give you an ongoing income that you can then gain at the end of each round. That's important because one of the players in each round can decide which of the 2 resources, fish or clams, gets wiped out entirely from all of the players. So hoarding specific resources might not work out because your opponents fish,
So
and they
mean.
decide that all of the fish are going to go away. But fortunately,
My
right after
fishes.
now, there are also a bunch of islands on the outside of the map which will give you points if you have your tribes members there at the end of the game, and you can get quite a few points by actually saving as many of your tribe members as possible. So as you're playing this game, you are constantly trying to be efficient with your actions, trying to do the powerful actions in the powerful time, but oftentimes you have to be inefficient to build a specific sea route into a spot spending a lot of resources so that you can get there before your opponents to then force them to potentially use your routes, which will then move your own tribe members forward. You can also get crafty and move your own tribe members away on your routes so there are none of yours left to show the way for your opponents, which is going to stall them out because they can't use your routes anymore, and they'll have to use an entire action building their own route onto the same area, which is also going to give you some resources. So you really need to plan out what you want to do and try to get in your opponent's way while they are obviously trying to get in your way, and you're just trying to be as efficient as possible, getting as many of your tribe members out and onto specific spots as early as you can. The last thing I'd like to mention is the fact that each time you play this game, you're going to draw 3 cards, which are going to change the rules for the game. This will interact with the archipelagos on the map, as well as various island tokens, and these could give you different endgame scoring conditions, as well as in-game restrictions and bonuses that will make one game play significantly different from the next, as you're focusing on some things versus others, depending on what random cards you draw. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I have made a tutorial for Polynesia where I teach all of these rules in detail as the game is being played, and once again, you can find a link to that in the description of this video.
Interesting. Very
It's
interesting.
very
there.
interesting.
Yeah.
I like that he already discussed the the balance that you have to do in the game. Either you try to work together and use the routes, the sea lanes formed by other players, so that you can move out from the island with the volcano, or you try to forge your own path. Might be more expensive to do it, but you can use it exclusively.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
That's
Highly
a nice.
thematic.
That's a nice find by Martin.
Yeah.
Okay. Quickly, poll for Deliverance says that you guys put it at play. Very, very haunting margin, but we're putting it there since you guys voted that. Next poll we're gonna be putting up is Polynesia that I haven't made yet.
It's okay. Sige, while you're putting up the poll, let me read But I think John already described everything. So in Polynesia, players must save their tribe members from the dangers of the volcano by taking them to islands that will give them the most points. At the same time, players must reach the objective set by the tide cards, which will vary from one game or another. So there's a higher replayability. To succeed, players collect resources in form of fish or and shells that will allow them to explore new sea routes, to use routes of other players, and sail from one island to another. Polynesia is played in rounds. Each round is divided into two phases. Action phases in each player has 3 turns, which they can perform one of 3 actions: sail, explore, or populate and fish. In maintenance phase, the volcano activity is checked for activity and the player can collect resources depending on the islands where they have tribe members. Yeah. John had already explained almost everything and he
Yeah,
explained
he's
really
very
clearly.
good.
Yeah.
Very
He's
good at
very good.
explaining. Yeah.
He's one of
Uh,
the content creators that I check if I want to learn a board game, along with Rodney Smith of Watch It Played and Monique and Naveen of Before You Play.
mhm. All right. So the poll should be up. So while the poll is up for that, we're gonna check another game, a game called Distilled, added by Kai Cruz again. Thank you for adding it again. Another game. This is gonna be our last game of tonight, and then yung iba that you guys are suggesting, I suggest you guys put it into the poll that we gather next time we do our player pass again. Yeah.
Yes.
So distilled, it says here to purchase goods, upgrade your distillery, and craft the world's finest spirits. 1 to 5 players, 30 to 120 minutes, age 14 and up, and its weight is 2.82. It does have a Kickstarter, so we're gonna be checking out the Kickstarter very quickly. Yeah, distilled is fully aged. I like it.
The thematic.
Yeah, very very thematic. Okay, my video, so we'll play it.
Dalkeith Distilling was founded in 1912 by Angus Douglas, who converted his farmlands into a distillery. As his last remaining relative, the distillery is now yours. Will you carry on the family tradition and become the next master distiller? As your distillery manager, I'm here to show you around. This is Distilled, the spirited strategy game. To succeed, you'll need to craft libations of the highest quality. Navigate the science and business behind this craft by fulfilling recipes, managing resources, and upgrading your distillery. As just one of many distillers from around the world, you will compete on an international stage for prestige and glory. You will choose recipes from over a dozen international spirits by adding a collected set of ingredients to your washback, watching it ferment before your eyes as alcohol adds to your custom brew. Distill your unique recipe by removing and returning the impure beginning and endlets of the rum to your pantry. Pushing your luck too much can mark the difference between a fine barrel of whiskey and an accidental batch of moonshine. In Scotland, our signature recipe is a single malt whiskey, but each distillery has their own unique blend. These require rare ingredients and must be aged in our warehouse to gain additional flavour and prestige. Your spirit is now ready to be bottled and sold for profit. Immediately claim your spirit's label from the central shelf to compete for global spirit awards and fulfill secret distillers' goals. Acquire new recipes, goods, and upgrades, such as specialists with unique expertise or equipment to streamline your distilling process. With all this, you can make your distillery the best in the world and bring home the title of Master Distiller. Do you have what it takes? If so, you're ready for Distilled, the spirited strategy game, now on Kickstarter.
There you go. That's very interesting.
It is very interesting. I would like to talk about the part in the game where you remove the top and the bottom, because because when you do distillation, you actually remove the tops and the bottoms of, like, when you not brew, ferment. No, I'm looking
Ferment.
for the word, but yeah, when in a in a distillery you do that, and this very thematic.
Yeah. Cool. Sorry. Before we go to the voting of distillery, we'll check out Polynesia. Polynesia, for you guys, is a place, so we're gonna put it here. if we have it, more space, excuse me, space. There you go. And we're gonna vote for distilled. I'm gonna be putting the poll up already while we're talking about distilled a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So please do vote for your this distilled this distilled.
This distilled.
Ayan. So yeah, it's quite interesting, no?
Yeah.
Very thematic, but it's also a euro. It's a point salad game. So I think this is what we were talking about last Monday. Na it's a good game right now. Mixes the euro and Ameri thrash thematic euros or ano that we can call. Uh, that makes a really nice game. And do- we're going into that board game era where most of the releases right now are a mix of very thematic euros. Yung mga ganun na, ano, na hindi
Yeah.
siya dry at all. And also very smart mechanics like what you said, yung card from the top and the bottom. Really cool. Yan.
Yeah. And what they call that? It combines like a hand management and push your luck, because you can try to be as efficient and just gather the minimum amount of resources to make your spirits. But there's a chance that you can fail and you make moonshine because you might accidentally uh because you remove the tops and the bottoms. So if you accidentally remove those cards, you might end up with an inferior product. But
Yeah.
if you spend a lot of time and resources in game to pad your the deck that you have, so that you're sure that even if you remove the top and the bottom, you can produce a high quality product. That's the balance that you have to do in this game, which is very interesting.
It also has a solo mode now, and they bumped the player count from 4 to 5. I'm I'm
Ooh,
I'm looking, so very interesting. Also my
signature plant.
expansions already. There you go. So there's a market phase, and then a distill phase, and then you age, then you sell, just like in viticulture.
Yeah, so parang it follows the parang if viticulture is for wine, brew crafters is for beer, then distilled is for spirits like
Yeah,
whiskey and scotch.
I like games like this because you actually can learn from just playing. Now you can
Agree.
learn this is the way good spirits are made or like that. Okay, so distilled for everyone is a play, so we're gonna put that here. A play. Let me stop the poll. There you go. I guess that's player pass list for this week. For your place, it's Polynesia, Oros, Now or Never, Final Girl, Chronicles of Drew Nagor, Deliverance, and Distilled. And for your pass, it's Shasen and Night of the Ninja. Very interesting games.
Very
Still,
interesting games.
remember, if you're watching, you just came in. This is just from the votes of the people watching. So if there's like a whole lot more
Yeah,
people who think,
we're just a small percent.
yeah,
Again, the point of this show is not to like say, hey, you should only buy and play games that are in the play. No, it's not like that. We just want to present the game, and then so that people can have informed decisions.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like here,
right.
RJ Garcia says he has Shasen already. See,
Yeah,
for
like
him,
that. And
it is
then
a good game.
we're not saying that the games are bad. So we're just saying that maybe it does not fit your play style or your play group.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of games in the top 100, top 200, top 500 that are not in my personal favorite list
Yeah.
because it's just the way I see my games. Yeah.
And
So yeah,
the
that's it.
and the way that I see it, this is a great way for us to learn. Parang maybe I should try this game. I
Mhm.
would never have learned about this game if not for this show. Parang, a
Yeah.
lot of these games like the ones like Shazan and Polynesia and Oros,
No,
I've
that's
never heard of them before,
yeah,
and I'm like, oh, interesting, very
yeah.
interesting. So thank you for everyone who uh, commented in the poll in G Live Game Night, and
Mhm.
thank you for everyone who voted in Play or Pass.
Yeah, so
We
if you
really
guys want to
appreciate that.
add to the list for our next player pass, please do join G Live Game Night community on Facebook. It's a Facebook group where we talk about anything about board games, minsan may video games pa dyan, but anything that is related to our hobby. We'll ask again before we do our next player pass, but if you guys want to see your games, please do put them there. So here again is your player pass list for this week. And yeah,
Do yeah. Do we have any? That's our show for tonight. Do we have any announcements, Widow?
announcements. Still ongoing Christmas in July sale. If you guys
Oh,
haven't bought anything there yet, or if you haven't got those point salad, just one, the mind, all of those are 699 currently until the end of July. So if you want to take advantage of that, please do try and get them now until the end of July. So that's still ongoing. On Friday, we're gonna be doing our G Live game night. We're just gonna be playing and hanging out. So if you guys wanna learn a game or two, or you just want to chat with us, join us there. It's still 8 p.m. on Facebook and on YouTube also.
yes.
Yeah. So I guess that's it for tonight.
Yeah,
Doing
that's
yes.
it.
I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you learned new games. We definitely did. We enjoyed talking with you guys. We'll see you guys
Definitely.
on
Friday.
Friday. Peace.
Peace.